You know, years ago when I was unmarried, I remember putting together a list. I don't know what made me do this, but I put together a list of what I wanted as far as a relationship. So on my list, I broke it down in three categories. It was spirit, it was soul, it was body. In each of those areas, I wrote down a few things that I wanted in each of those areas. Spiritually, I wanted someone who loved God, more than they loved me. I wanted somebody who was in a relationship with God, who, I had all these different things in the spirit area. And the soul area, which is your mind, your will, and your emotion, I wanted somebody who would challenge me to think. I didn't want somebody who would always let me have my way just automatically, because I was known supposedly to have a strong personality. So I wasn't necessarily looking for somebody who would just fall over and just let me do whatever I wanted to do just because whatever. I wanted somebody who would challenge me, who would help me to grow, things like that. And then in body, that was the least of my list. I just wanted somebody taller than me. I'm just being honest. That was it. I just needed you to be taller than me. If I got to look up to you, I want to look up to you. Okay, so it wasn't a whole lot. But what it did was it made me think. I had to actually think about, what do I want? What is it that helps me to be who I am, that will help me to progress, that help me to go forward, and would help me to be almost comfortable in life with somebody? So I challenge you, write a list. When we talk about, in my book, A Shopper's Guide to Dating, we talk a little bit about making a shopping list. What do you want? Do you want somebody who's outdoorsy, who likes to enjoy doing this, or who does that? I mean, what do you want? But then the funny thing about the shopping list is we have to be careful, because somebody else is also preparing a list. So the thing is, the best thing for us to do while we're kind of in the midst of wanting a relationship and wanting to go forward in that area is to know what you want and to be who you are. Be genuine. The last thing anybody wants is a knockoff, something that appears to be something, but it really isn't. So write your list. Between next week, this week, next week, write a list. What do I want spiritually? What do I want mentally? What do I want physically? And just remember, the physical is the least part of who we are. It's the part that is most definitely going to change, and not always for the best, okay? So make sure that whatever you do on your list, that you acknowledge God, you acknowledge yourself, that you are not all perfect, and that somebody else has a list as well. And then also acknowledge what you're willing to give to somebody who comes into your life.